Good afternoon, my coolest of kids. How is everybody doing after this long time without your buddy Rob? Now, I would like to first and foremost apologize. I must. At first, I had only been doing a couple of videos a week because I had been traveling once a week, 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 or 6 for work at a time, and I wasn't able to concentrate on coming up with some good quality material for you guys, being able to concentrate on, replying to messages and such, and being able to give people advice when I was finding myself stressed. Well, as always, when things are going good and things are going swell and you found a rhythm and a pattern and everything's going well for yourself, things do seem to get easy and the grooves line right up in place and everything just seems to be chugging right along. But then, just like your vehicle, just like, your body, just like anything else, after a while, something goes down, something breaks, something falls apart, and then everything changes. Now, this change for me wasn't a bad thing. I was offered an addition to my position that I was at work. And this addition included actually doing some training at first for a couple of new offices that my company had opened up, as well as a lot of, they're almost not like a shows or anything like that, or giant get-together type things, but we're signing up new customers, and then we have a very large get-together at a certain place and time, or different spots in the country and different regions and such, and then we allow them all to just give questions and, figure out exactly what they're being offered, exactly what we can do for them. We figure out how we can help them more with, question and, answering, and then we question them, and then they question us, and it's back and forth. And I was offered to be one of the representatives, for them, for the people. I take back what I learned from them to headquarters, and then, we talk and see how we're able to, what they expect from us, what we, should be giving them in return, and what we should be doing. Now, me being offered this position came as a surprise to a lot of people in my office. Not because I do anything wrong or anything that I had done, but because I was one of the new people still. I've been there for about 2.5 years now, but on the grand scheme of things, the company opened 12 years ago, and almost all of them have been there the whole time. Now, nobody even knew for the first 2 trips because we only have one rep that goes from our office to these things and then bring the information back. Till this lady Sue at my work ended up asking, who's been going to these functions? What's been going on with these functions and everything? And then our boss finally had told them. I didn't even know that she had realized that it was going to be some type of a backlash kind of thing towards me. I didn't realize that she already knew that was going to happen, and that was why she had told me, not to tell people what I'd, or anything, and not to, divulge any of the information about what I'd been doing or where I'd been going or how I'd been or anything. When people asked why I hadn't been in the office, just tell them that, you'd been on work trips and such. Just don't give them information regarding it. Well, it got out that, finally, that I was the one that had done this. And apparently, the reason why I just kept going to promo after promo, which was just fine, me traveling, is because there was actually a split in the office between the people that wanted me to be able to continue to have the job, and the other ones that were threatening to quit. And this had nothing to do with me, it's just because they thought it was unfair that I was offered the position over them. So my boss almost thought it was almost not safe for me to go back to the office and be around these people. How it was actually figured out, the person that was going was based on sales, customer feedback from the people that call our offices and everything. Like a sales percentage, just making sure you hit your marks and everything else. And then your percentage for errors and everything with processing, everything else. They wanted to have top of the line, best person to do it. And apparently that turned out to be me. Well, that half of the group didn't want to hear that and then didn't want to see my face in the office, so I kept getting sent to promo after promo after promo. I'd come back for one day in the office, pretty much, and basically at the door my boss would say, hey, actually you can go back to your house and work from your computer. I thought it was a little strange, but I didn't know what was going on until finally someone told me that this was what was going on there. And I found that out about 2 weeks ago, so I've been absolutely just on the run this entire time. Completely stressed out that I'm not going to be able to even go back and work in my own office because of, hatred from half the people there, and the other half are happy for me. And, just on the road doing, trying to keep up with everything. I have to write a report every time I'm taking notes the entire time we're there on the things that we said, things that the customer said, what's expected, everything else. And then I give a presentation when I come back to my boss about a better way to go about what we're doing, better streamlining, better processes, what we're going to need to be doing. Well, just this past week, finally, when I got back on Tuesday from my last one, 3 of the people actually ended up just up and quitting. So I'm actually able to not have to be doing my promo essentially all the time on the traveling road. I've been to Albany, New York. I've been to down in Delaware. I was down in Delaware, which is very far from me. I'm actually north of Boston up here. And I've also been to Niagara Falls in the last month. And I basically just haven't been back. I didn't even know what had been going on or why they were running me ragged or what was going on in any way the entire time. So I want to apologize to you guys that I wasn't around, but I was dealing with things myself, working 50, 60 hours a week. I mean, not a normal 9 to 5 type thing, going to the hotels. I would stay at a hotel, and then we'd go to another hotel that had big auditoriums and stuff like that. And then we'd all sit around a big table, wait for customers to come in. And throughout the day, customers have different appointments, new customers, new people that were coming in would come in at different times, 11, 1, and 3. You'd have different groups coming in and speaking to you and asking different questions. And, it'd been a long, long, long month. And I finally can put that whole that behind me and that to rest. Normally you're only supposed to be doing 1 or 2 of these promos every quarter, which is 3 months, being a representative, and then they cycle to different ones of our satellite offices that we have that are in the same regions, like Northeast, the South. We have a Southeast and different regions like that. But I had just been on the go because literally my boss loved my work that I was doing, but honestly that was number 2, and 2, she didn't think that I was going to be able to come back to my work, and she didn't want there to be a giant blowout. So that's been my life, y'all. How are you all doing? By the way, I just won Silver Seeker's 4,000 subscriber giveaway. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for that to come in. I am a Star Wars geek and obviously a Silver Stacker. And I am so happy that I was able to be back in the stream last night with all y'all again. And I hope to be back doing these uploads more and more again. So, positive vibes for a positive life, and make sure you're always putting out the best possible version of yourself, not only to everyone around you, but also for yourself. Stay true to yourself. Have a nice day, guys.